Good morning, Sword and Cross. I just want to make a little comment about what one of the readers had to say. Baby, it can sound crazy all day. It can sound like spaghetti. It happened. I've been gang stalked, bullied over tarot readers not wanting the public to know what they did, over abusive mothers not wanting the public to know what they did. I have had so many people target me, come at me. So, yeah, it may sound like spaghetti when I'm speaking on it, especially if I get to talking about all of it at once and not categorizing each individual episode. So, you know, we all know what y'all did here. We all know I was gang stalked, identity theft was done. We know all of this was done. The same way you all had a hand in making damn sure that channel was stopped before it ever got rolling. Now, yes, I know this had some higher-ups involved, but while you literally had me cornered, all the tarot readers took advantage of it. You acted like vultures who literally tried to pick the meat off the bone while I was cornered. So don't act like you didn't have a hand in it, because you damn sure did. And you know you did. I know it, you know it, and the public is going to know it. A lot of you sat out here and tried to protect this abusive mother in Carolina. And you still are. The video speaks for itself. Will you hear me cussing? Yes, you will. I don't like watching children be abused. You assume things. And there's an old saying, to assume something, you'll make an ass of yourself. And a lot of you have done that. So needless to say, I'm just going to keep pushing forward with it. I do believe I have all the evidence I need. This has gone on for 6 years. Tarot readers had their say. Abusive mothers had their say. You paid tarot readers. Family had their say. A lot of people jumped in on the hate train here toward Addering, to where everyone had their say. But let me tell you who didn't have their say. You tried to smother my voice, you tried to smother my son's voice, and you tried to smother these children's voice. And that's what matters most of all. The abuse that kept happening while Carolina turned a blind eye. The abuse that is still happening. Because when a person has a pattern like this, that mother's been abusing that child since that child was born. When you slapping a baby in the belly to keep from having to get up and feed it, you have a severe mental issue. But you see, y'all all tried to twist this around. That was your game. Let's doxy, let's target, let's gang stalk, let's bully. Let's make them look crazy. So when they speak, no one will believe the truth. I've spoken truth this entire time. Also, an incident that happened yesterday. How would you know about that? Within hours, there was already a tarot reading on it. Y'all gonna get caught up. You have a lot of people hacked. A lot of people. This is a game these little tarot readers have been playing for a long time. I'm not the first person you've done this to. But I tell you what, baby, some justice is gonna come. Did you be able to hide that channel? You have sat here and accused me of having just numerous hidden channels that I targeted you with. Baby, I don't have a damn thing hidden. None of those channels are hidden. Majority of it is me trying to make new YouTube channels to get my voice heard, to get my son's voice heard, to get these children's voices heard. What went down here is very sickening. Tarot readers helped hide it. South Carolina officials helped hide it. CPS workers helped hide it. These two mothers were apparently paying tarot readers. Y'all tried to play a mental mind game with someone to prevent justice and the truth, the real truth, from coming out. Do I care what you think of me? Nope. Do I care what you say about me? Nope. I sure don't. Again, there's nothing I have ever done in my life, ever, that you're going to use to try to override what's being done to these children. These two mothers ganged up together. So we have one family that was already highly racist, that committed a hate crime, that hacked, that violated this man's rights by reading his emails and listening into his conversations with his attorney. That's a federal crime, baby. The way you all clan together and gang stalked, that's a federal crime, baby. The way you hacked, that's a federal crime, baby. Y'all did a lot of vile, sickening BS. For what you people put me through mentally, it's a disgrace. It's disgusting. And then, of course, you would think, well, why did you listen to it? Well, let me ask you something. If you hear your life being played back to you over an internet, wouldn't you listen? You all bragged about your little MK Ultra, every one of you. Right down to Coletta Bowie walking up to me and asking me, Miss Addie, do you know what MK Ultra is? And that was back in 21, baby. Miss Sampson has made many verbal comments about how you'd have me done, have me taken out. You still have family here in Alexandria that has literally stalked my home. Y'all did a lot. You did a lot to hide the injustice of what was done, including CPS, because then you gave these children right back to the abusers. You put them in the home with the abusers. And then apparently God showed up. And you can try to discredit that all day long. Proof is in the pictures. You tried to use that to crucify me, to call me crazy. You're not going to sit here and target me over a rare phenomenon that happened that I had no control over. But I guess that says a lot about who God chose to speak the truth, huh? I find a lot of you very vile, especially tarot readers. Especially. I watched one just last night, a lady who proclaimed she is Christian, even showed pictures of sitting in her church, and then has the audacity to get out here and do a reading saying, oh, they're making a spectacle. I wonder if that toddler thinks that. I wonder if that toddler would think I'm making a spectacle. You, madam, are a hypocrite. You are no Christian. Because any Christian that sit and listen to that baby screaming, any Christian would want to do the righteous thing. And what did you do? You made coins off of it. Oh, they're making a spectacle. Let me do a reading so I can get some donations. Y'all are some very vile, sick, disgusting people. You came at me with everything you've had for 6 years. You've drug all of this out, from the water company to the Aquarius to the Pisces to the Capricorns. You should have stayed out of it. You should have never put your hand in it. You committed many federal crimes, many. And Michael Leach didn't step down for no reason. He knew this scandal was coming. Point blank, period. So you keep rolling. You keep going. Go ahead and do your little readings. That's no sweat off my ass. But you're not going to be able to block me and stop me forever before this truth breaks loose. And it totally disgusts me for every one of you to sit out here and scream, you're divine. Baby, if you heard that and you're still coming at me, you're a demon. You're nothing divine. You all tried to portray you were just and good people. No. You're criminals committing fraud for donations. Because when you sit out here and you spin some BS about somebody else's life and you're doing it to try to smear campaign, slander, target, doxy, stalk, baby, that's not divine. What sacrifice have you ever made to feed someone? What sacrifice have you ever made to help someone pay a bill? You see, that's what got me caught up the past 6 years. That big old God-given heart. And then every one of you tried to use it. And you did use it for donations. You slung some vile filth out here for donations. You also did it to protect these two mothers. You was riding right with them. Riding right with them. Accepting their money and targeting me. That's organized crime, baby. And y'all gonna get caught up. Because I will not sit down, shut up, or go away until these innocent children get justice. And justice is what they deserve. No child. You explain to me one damn reason a 4-year-old deserves 20 to 22 lashings with a leather strap. And then deserves to be taken outside so the one-legged piece of crap criminal who hides behind a mask, who is obsessed with control, can beat him even more. Y'all some sick individuals. If you're an African-American person and you stood up for this, you're a sick individual. Only an idiot follows the herd off the cliff. You've tried to portray I was racist, yet I was screaming out over how you were being racist. So, I'm not worried over it. Because, baby, like I said, apparently God showed up. I'm seeing judges in Carolina be taken off of the benches. I'm seeing justice coming. I sat and listened for 6 years while y'all targeted me, while you used my life to earn profit, while you paid other people, you accepted payments from other people, and it's disgusting. It's vile. And now some of you sitting out here trying to save face, like Frankie's Terrett. I want every one of you charged with obstruction of justice and RICO. And I'm going to keep pushing just for that. What you did was delay those children's suffering. Instead of sitting in Carolina fighting for what's right and just for these children, you had somebody wound up mentally wondering how people knew what was going on in their home. And I'm talking just simple privacy. Scratch your butt, pick your nose, wash your dishes. Y'all did some very vile, sickening crap. We've seen this before, though. And it's not racist to say it. We've seen it with the Metcalf case. Doxing, targeting, trying to shame. You're not going to shame me, shut me up. You thought you would. You thought you could. There is no shame, baby. No shame that I will ever suffer when it comes to fighting for these babies. Those children deserve better. First off, they don't deserve to be belittled, told they're nothing, they're nobody, they're fat, they're ugly. What a disgrace. From their own mother? That's jealousy. That's nothing but jealousy. How are you going to be jealous of your own child? You try to strip from them the fact they have another part of a family. Who tries to strip love from a child? It's jealousy. Jealousy that they have a grandmother and a father that loves them, tries to dote on them. Y'all some sick, vile individuals. And baby, if the law don't get you, God will.